What's up, everyone? It's Grimm here, Joshua D. Maley, with Night 6 of 31 Nights, 31 Frights. Every night in October, I'll be watching a horror or Halloween-themed movie and offering up a quick, spoiler-free look at it for you to see if it's a worthy addition to your Halloween viewing lineup. Tonight, we are watching The Others. Released on August 10th, 2001, The Others was written and directed by Alejandro Amenabar. The film stars Nicole Kidman as Grace Stewart, the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston as her husband Charles, and Fionnuala Flanagan as Mrs. Bertha Mills. Sorry, folks, I let my geek cred slip out there for a second.
I'm the doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
The Others is a period piece set just after the Second World War, where Grace Stewart struggles to take care of her two young children, Anne and Nicholas, in a distant home in the Channel Islands. The film opens on three people walking through Grace's massive front yard: Bertha Mills, Edmund Tuttle, and a young mute girl named Lydia. Grace assumes she is here for the servant's job she had posted in the paper and invites them in. She introduces them to her children, who are photosensitive and cannot be exposed to sunlight. There are some hints that Grace is not as stable and well-adjusted as she appears, as Anne in particular hints that her mother went mad when the previous servants left. Nicholas, her brother, however, insists that that isn't so and that nothing happened. When strange events begin to plague the house, Grace gradually becomes unglued. Her Catholic faith is tested repeatedly, as there seems to be otherworldly forces at work here. People move about the house but cannot be found. Grace's daughter appears as a creepy old lady. Doors are left open that shouldn't be, a huge no-no in this house due to the risk of the children wandering into the room where sunlight may be. Grace lashes out at everyone, from the servants to her kids, as she is at first unwilling to accept the notion of ghosts. Yet, she is soon forced to consider the possibility as she continues to come unglued. The Others has a lot going for it. It's wonderfully moody and atmospheric, and I know I say that a lot, but it rings particularly true here. Its period setting and its location within that time frame make for staggeringly beautiful scenery. The Gothic mansion Grace calls home feels overwhelming at times, and the fact that it must be kept dark all the time makes for some gorgeously haunting cinematography and some very inspired lighting choices. Grace prizes silence. Therefore, much of the film is spoken in tones just barely above a whisper. This proved frustrating, as I found myself constantly turning the volume up to hear the dialogue, and then back down right away because a jump scare nearly blew out the windows in my living room. This was the Blu-ray release, so there's really no reason for such a vast difference in the sound design. It all could have been normalized at least a little bit more. The whisper in the dialogue gets the point across without actually having it so low that you can't hear it. There are some truly excellent scares in this movie, and some memorable creepy moments as well. Grace finds a Book of the Dead, a photo album of corpses posed sitting up or in various positions. It was thought to keep the soul alive in the photograph. This is an interesting spin on an older superstition, wherein mirrors were covered in homes where the dead lay, for fear of imprisoning or trapping the soul within the mirror. The thought was that if the dead saw themselves in the mirror, they would be unable to escape it and move on to heaven or hell or wherever. Photographs, once conceived, were similarly forbidden for the same reason. And of course, the Book of the Dead also sets up one of the biggest plot twists a little bit later in the film. Without giving the ending away, I will say that the seance scene at the end is downright chilling. It's a little exposition heavy, so the dialogue is kind of stilted at times, but the revelations contained in that scene are very well done. It executes a fabulous twist ending without really drawing attention to the fact that the movie has a twist ending, unlike some directors, M. Night Shyamalan. Sorry, let my geek cred slip out again. So, is it worth it? Yes. It's a beautifully shot, slow-burning ghost story that completely flips the script on you by the end. Nicole Kidman shines as a single mother on the verge of losing herself, and Christopher Eccleston's brief appearance is fraught with sadness and deep emotion. There are a few moments of plot convenience for sure, but they're subtle and easily forgivable. Watch this one in the dark with the volume up and down and up and down as needed to fully appreciate the cinematography, the beautiful lighting, and of course the sound design. That's it for this episode of 31 Nights, 31 Frights. Tune in tomorrow for another quick look at some spooky cinema. In the meantime, please feel free to browse around and see what else Grimm's Scary Tales has to offer.